Hey! Welcome on to channel14.com's Bodega Nights. I'm Joao.
This is Norm.
This is Miko, the ironic gamer.
And this is Paulo, the Saxel, otherwise known as a Chinese troll.
Yeah, that's
different like every time you end up like doing anything on the internet, huh? Like at one time you were a fluffy cloud of doom, if I remember correctly, Paulo.
I should probably resurrect.
Fluffy cloud.
I should probably resurrect that one. I don't think I've ever used my plush dinosaur alias though.
Or weren't you that nuclear panda that other time?
Thank you for giving me the idea. Thank you for giving me the idea. I know what to be next.
I just had this weird image of like a panda like lazily falling into a reactor after eating bamboo.
With a
then falls down.
No.
That becomes Po, the Kung Fu panda. And that's why Kung Fu's everywhere.
Just to be clear, when I'm falling down the reactor, I have a very pleased expression on my face.
Probably because he doesn't know what a reactor is.
He just thinks, hey, it's a pool of water.
Shring! This bamboo is delicious.
This is good bamboo.
And that's why the species is going extinct.
Alright, everybody.
And
welcome to Bodega Nights.
Just so happens that...
At a high note.
Just so happens that
pandas
pandas also happen to be used as like diplomacy tools by the Chinese.
Do they put pandas on the boats going out to the islands?
Are the ambassadors required to take pandas?
Is this how they distract fishermen? Like, look, we have a cute panda. He wants you to leave. Oh, cute panda, we must go now.
See, this territory is ours. It has panda on it. Panda in China only.
Guys of Chinese descent. You can make fun of the Chinese. Norm?
Yes, I can. Half of me is one of them.
It's funny because Norm is a little big.
The other half is racist.
Well, welcome to the club, Norm. Welcome to the club.
I can only claim half immunity. It's
again. Welcome to the
annoying.
club. Welcome to the club.
I have a question.
All right.
But yeah, wait. They actually use it as pandas. I have to check that right now. Pandas uses diplomacy.
Like, I know for a fact that it happened with like some diplomatic missions where the Chinese would like give a panda to like the zoo of another country.
Okay, based off Wikipedia, Paulo is correct. And yes, there is an entire thing on panda diplomacy.
I like how we started the entire Bodega Nights with an off-tangent section.
How is this
How is any different from any other Bodega Nights?
Bodega Nights is entirely off tangent, man.
I understand. It's just, normally we actually try to talk about something in a linear fashion.
Panda diplomacy is something quite interesting. I mean, it's pandas. They're fluffy.
Yeah,
so just kind of detoured straight into nuclear panda land.
And huggable. Very huggable.
Do I feel like they're probably like, the koalas of China, where they look cute and cuddly, but they might just cut you when you get too close.
No.
Koalas of China.
Well, actually, you know what? I better. I'll try and find out. Are
pandas
I
like
always
the
thought
koalas
they were
of
like,
China?
Aren't they like fairly sedentary as far as like animals go? Like they're just really chill.
They're quite chill.
They're so chill. That's why they're disappearing.
Well, actually,
are you sure that's bamboo they're chewing on?
Actually, they're disappearing because they only eat one thing. It's
bamboo?
the fate.
Bamboo.
Yeah. Though for some
bamboo
and
grow
on top
like
of that,
grass because it is grass.
Huh?
Yeah, but then
Like,
the thing is, like bamboo isn't very nutritious, right? As far
they
as
have to eat a lot of it
go.
every day.
So they have to eat a whole lot of it. And
I'm pretty sure they can just shove all the vitamins and nutrition in there, or just load it in dart guns and just start popping a few of those nutrition filled supplements into their
Well, actually,
bodies.
in captivity, what they do with the pandas is that they find a way to get the panda not on a mix of bamboo and fruit.
They could just shove it inside the sticks. I mean, bamboo's kind of hollow. I figured you could probably shove something in there and he won't even notice.
Yeah, but they've actually managed to just get them on bamboo and fruit without having to do the give them the bamboo filled with other thing technique.
I still say they should shove it full of supplements in there. Just be sucking on the bamboo like this is the best bamboo in the world.
That's what they do with the babies to give them their vitamins. That's what they do with the sick ones for medicine. That's probably also what they do with the elderly ones.
Wow, so they actually do shove things in bamboo?
Probably, or they just inject it with needles.
Huh.
Then having what do you call them? Having animals in captivity and stuff, that really doesn't do anything to help revitalize the population of that
the
particular
wild
animal,
population.
because they aren't in the wild, right?
Unless the program is basically a breeding program with the intention of reintroduction.
Right, and where in the wild are they going to find their drug-filled bamboo?
That's
I'm
only
sure
what
Norm knows a guy.
that they don't do that as I don't think they do that as a basic thing. It's just to ensure survivability of the young. Then they basically prepare them for reintroduction into reserves.
I'm kind of just wondering if there's a way to infuse bamboo with rum now.
I'm pretty sure there is. But I have done that, but I have used the bamboo as a giant glass.
Well, we can.
Isn't bamboo fairly porous?
Huh?
Isn't bamboo fairly porous? Yeah, as far as woods of the world go. Shit, there's a spider.
Well, I mean, you just kind of layer the inside, I guess, but they also have very same thing. Though I guess nowadays it's now used as speakers.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
I was so amused by that. Hey, cool, a speaker setup. Because I remember we did something similar in college with toilet paper rolls. Then, hey, okay, they're doing this with bamboo. Check the price. Oh my god, really?
Because bamboo's organic, man. Organic is more expensive.
I'm pretty dang sure I can go out, cut something down, and turn that into a speaker far cheaper than I can buy one of those bamboo speakers.
It's branding. And and they basically tried to convince you of the value of the thing.
Ironically, it does not
because
sound
they're selling
that great.
it to. Well, it's simply because they're selling it to white people that have iPhones. Of course, you're gonna mark it up.
Oh yeah, all of them were. Oh yeah, all of those things are made for iPhones.
Wow.
Do you think there's an actual thing that we just make so many of these bamboo speakers for the hipster market that this is what's causing the pandas to just lose all their food? It's we have two choices. Do we keep the panda alive or do we feed the hipster with the most hipster thing ever? Bamboo speakers.
You do the bamboo that they use is when we construct stuff, we use scaffolding, or we use bamboo for a scaffolding.
We use bamboo for everything around here.
Yeah, well, we use bamboo for scaffolding, and what Code does
He uses bamboo for...
He uses
toiletries?
the old bamboo from the scaffolding. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So
Though I don't see that as much anymore.
I haven't seen the bamboo car just yet. Otherwise,
Bamboo
should
car?
have to Google that. Bamboo car. There is one!
How did we get to bamboo cars?
Made it. Because Miko said, we use bamboo for everything. And I remember there was a bam bike. With a bamboo bike.
What? A bam bike?
Yeah, look it up. There's a bamboo
bam
bike. And I looked up, nobody's gonna probably make a bamboo car. Then I realized, and I googled it, and apparently, kind of Cohen did one.
Hey, cool. There's a bam bike eco tour in Manila, in the Intramuros area.
Yeah. Because we're very proud of our bamboo, which is totally not a Chinese thing.
So is it more
I'm not
authentic or less
this.
authentic that it's made in China?
What?
So is it more or less authentic if the bamboo thing is made in China?
Hey man, they take our islands, we take their wood.
For every inch you take, we will take another strand of bamboo.
China economy strong.
Oh god, that's crazy. But yeah, so much interesting things for the last few weeks. It seems like every single year starts out crazy. With celebrities going away, with strangeness happening. think was it like I don't know why like lately my feed was suddenly filled with pictures of like Mount Fuji like a few weeks ago or something. I'm not sure why.
What happened in? What
I don't know.
happened
It's
in
like
Mount Fuji?
it's like people just had these really really awesome photos for some reason. I
Of
did
Mount
not
Fuji?
understand of Mount Fuji. I did not understand. Like, oh, okay, hey, Mount Fuji, okay. Oh,
Some-
that, or just all my friends suddenly started traveling there because flights
That's
are
all-
ridiculously cheap. Seriously, I mean, I remember was it the local airlines was able to get a few things on super sale that it actually killed both their websites because of traffic.
Yeah. And it's Japan-Philippines relationship building, you know.
And there's also, I think, they had special things. Singapore is like 1,800. I think for a, I don't know if it's one way or a round trip, but it was insanely cheap. Like
1.8?
cheaper than my, yeah, it was like cheap. The round trip ticket was cheaper than a standard ticket for me flying from Cebu to Manila. It was crazy. All I remember was I tried to go on to either website because both local airlines were offering it. Could not get into either. It's just like, oh, we are sorry, the place is down right now. Oh, we're sorry, the server's down right now. Oh my god, you guys improved both your servers last year, and just nothing's working.
And they're still being DDoSed.
Yep. I mean, I guess this is organic DDoS. It's just so much people are just accessing at the same time trying to get these insane tickets. Because I
Yeah.
think they limited to like 50 tickets or something, but there's like a weird limit to it or something. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean,
Well-
I never imagined to see like ticket prices that low. But these
When
were
it
like
comes to their
international
sales, though,
flights.
they always like have limits to the number of tickets that they have per
Flight.
per like tier, right? Per price thing.
Yeah, and they
Per-
always
yeah,
stick
per,
you like
per pricing tier.
yeah, they like stick you in like the worst part of the plane. Though for some strange reason, they just always stick me on the emergency row or something.
At the emergency, aren't those like choice seats though? Like, don't you have to pay
yeah,
extra
they are
to...
choice seats, and I don't know why they keep giving me that seat. I don't complain. It's just, oh, okay, hey, yeah, this is a great seat. I mean, either I get the emergency row that has the seat that can recline, or I get the one that doesn't. So, but either way, it's like great leg space. I get so confused why they give me this seat. I just like, okay, I will not say anything. They're giving this to me now.
Right.
I will walk away and take the seat.
You know, personally, I really hate the emergency exit seat, the emergency exit row.
Why?
Well, not that I hate it. It's just
I hate the
no, I don't
responsibility.
hate it.
What if something happens and people depend on me? I get so anxious when
no,
they say,
it's
"Can you help us?"
it's
No.
it's on a
Save us.
on a flight 2 years ago or last year, I realized that I really don't care too much for legroom in the airplanes. In airplanes, like what I really care about is your lateral, like the space you have on your side.
Oh,
Elbow
that's
space.
true.
Like to me, that's more important. Like
Elbow space.
there was a flight that I had. Yeah. There was a flight that I had from Cebu to Manila, and I was sat next to this morbidly obese person in the middle seat, and it was
about to say,
kind
hey.
of right,
It's
and
kind of.
yeah, I really didn't mind. You know, it's like it fine. It was tough, right? Because like he was because his what's the English word for bilbil?
rolls.
Side fat. Muffin
rolls.
tops.
Yes. Yeah, like his side fat or whatever was on the armrest.
Oh god, was it like a melted ice cream just going over the side of the table?
Yes. And so it was sort of like, okay, so I absolutely cannot like use any part of this armrest because your side fat is kind of overflowing, right? And to sort of compensate, well, not to compensate. And then his like arm is sort of protruding out. So like he's encroaching on my personal space. And it was really like tight. And yes, I do understand that like it's common courtesy to give the person in the middle seat the armrests.
Yes,
Right?
that's
Like,
all they have.
That's what you're supposed to do, right? But when you start coming into like my space, it's a little disconcerting.
Well,
Concerning.
that reminds me of a flight I had one time. It's from Manila to Cebu, where I saw these this mother and daughter that were just, you know, kinda on the big side. Like kinda. Like when I was just looking like, wow, okay, really hoping I don't sit between these two. Lo and behold, I'm going up to my seat like, oh dear God. As I literally did not see my chair. They were really, really nice ladies. It's like they tried to be a good sport, they're trying to give me space, but if they did not like move aside a little bit, I would have never seen the chair there. And that was the exit row. I still remember the stewardess coming right, but it's like, in case of emergency, will you help us escape from the plane? And I was like, and he says, yes, don't worry. I'm just like, oh God, at least I know if something goes wrong, I have these two ladies to protect me. But I see where Joao's coming from. Especially with all the new budget airlines, it feels like the seats are just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. At least now that I found that there were like weird 9 seats per row now in some planes that should not be meant for people anymore.
Are the planes getting smaller?
No, the planes are getting bigger to an extent. Like but it's not proportional. Like as the plane gets bigger, there's like, yeah, we can probably stick a few more chairs here. People don't really need to like move around much, right?
So on Philippine Airlines planes, you have the what are they called? You have the emergency exit row, and there's the leg room there. And on some planes, like the A340s, I think, or the A320s, in front of the exit row, you have 2 seats instead of 3. That way, there's space for people to go out of the emergency exit on the left side or on the right side. Right? So it's like, from the aisle, you have a seat, you have what's supposed to be the middle seat, and then you have space. That way people can use the emergency exit. I love that seat.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's like the best seat on the plane, dude. Like, oh, I can stick my hand out and stuff. Like,
that's amazing.
Favorite seat on the plane.
Oh gosh, but I think the best time I ever had like on a plane, like was sitting, it was weird. It was the weirdest seat I never knew it existed. It was somewhere in the far back. The first time I got, I hated it. It's like literally a seat with 2 seats slightly off center with no window. Until I found out it was the most private seat on the plane. Like the first time I was on a plane, like, oh God, this is horrible. I have no view. I have nothing. But then I realized I was right in front of the bathroom, right in front of the food areas where the stewardess were. So you could actually get the food your fastest. You could go to the bathroom. And you just had this nice private place that no one else sat in. It was like a weird, like, cot in the back of a plane. It was just that kind of feeling. Plus, on a 13-hour flight, I just went partially insane. Just accepted the poor conditions I was in.
Yeah, it's like it's like a Stockholm syndrome kind of thing, right? Like if you're stuck in like a long flight. Like,
for the first like
you
5 hours, it was horrible. Then like 3 hours later, like okay, getting a little better. Then the last part, like yeah, I can see how this could be okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, Paulo.
How's life? You doing okay, man?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Busy, but pretty good.
I saw that you have like an alligator or crocodile, or what's that crocodile in your office?
Yeah, if it's the one in the front, that's a caiman, to be specific.
Isn't it came in the car?
No, well, if there's a caiman car, yes, there's a caiman car, but there's also a caiman as in a small South American alligator. Well, most of them are small South American alligators. There's the black caiman, which is a large, really large South American alligator. Also an aggressive one.
Here somewhere.
Wait, why do you have a South American alligator?
You're not in America. Not even in South America.
That's actually a really funny story about getting that spectacled caiman. His name's Larry. We found him in a pet store.
Wait, what?
We just found him in a pet store randomly. It's like there was this small aquarium saying, "Do not touch, crocodile inside." I peeked my head over, and then, lo and behold, a baby spectacled caiman.
I thought it was going to be a funny story, Paulo.
Did they just like order an iguana and just like they got the wrong thing?
I don't know. This old pet store, Koi World, will just happen to have it.
It's Koi World, and they had an alligator.
Yes, they
I feel like something went wrong. They were probably ordering something else. Like, oh, we want to order this. Like, holy crap, they sent us something else. What is it? It's probably like a lizard. Oh, the lizard's getting bigger. Hey,
yeah, well, actually, they also did have actual South American iguanas.
I was actually kind of thinking, like, what the hell is Koi World doing with lizards? It's Koi World.
Oh yeah, they also happen to sell an echidna, if I'm correct.
A kidney? What?
Oh, yeah, like Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
I heard a kidney.
Wait. So they had
but
a
it does have one
alligator
of
there,
those.
and the first thing you do is you stick your head over its cage.
No, it wasn't a cage. It was a tiny aquarium. It was we found Larry as like a 7-inch little baby.
Okay, so it could have possibly been ordered as an iguana, and they realized this is probably not an iguana.
I don't know. Anywho,
So what's the funny part of this story? Because so far I hear, oh, we saw an alligator,
I don't know.
and I placed my head right over it.
I don't know. The only funny part was that my brother really wanted a. I don't know if this is funny,
It's an
but my brother
anti-joke.
really wanted to have a.
Again, Paulo, with the lies. Like that time you said, I drank some wine.
Which,
Eh?
in that story, there was no wine whatsoever in that story.
I don't.
And it
I'll
was not
just-
connected to the wedding at hand.
I'll just say that my brother really wanted a pet croc for a good long while, and then
Crocs?
he basically a baby crocodilian. He wanted a pet crocodilian. He knew they would grow big, and then there's like he was in competition with like a pair of Japanese fellows for getting Larry, but well he won out in the end, and well now we have a 5-6 foot spectacled caiman who's really fat and lazy.
What
In
did
the office.
he have to do to compete against two Japanese guys for a crocodile? South American crocodile?
Did you like throw? Did each of you like throw your own lizards and just fight it out?
Did they have a drinking
They
competition? Did
wrestle
have
like
to
a
drink
crocodile.
wine?
or something?
Is this why your brother was trapped in that wedding for like 5-6 years drinking to win over like the alligator?
No, he got Larry like 3 years before that.
Wow, that was a long time drinking then.
Yes.
He's gonna have to go back and buy that kidney.
Yes, it's been that long.
Okay, so little question: why Larry? It's not exactly a very, I don't know, alligator crocodile name.
My brother's name is Lawrence,
So he named it after himself?
and he remembered Larry 3000 from that cartoon Time Squad.
Okay, I was going like, is it like Larry the Cable Guy or something?
No,
And, like, how is Larry like a nickname for Lawrence?
huh?
Or is Larry a good nickname for Lawrence?
I don't know.
And actually, the thing is, you have two crocs. I saw I saw Larry, and I saw what your brother described
cable guy.
as the aggressive crocodile.
Yes, Emmy, the female Philippine crocodile.
Who's Emmy named after this time?
We called her M
You're
because
quite
we did not know the gender.
That's
Then my
clearly a girl's name.
No. We called him M as in the letter M. We called it
From the
M.
James Bond series?
No, because we didn't know the gender. Then my brother found a way to find out what the gender of M was and found out that M was a girl.
Okay, so did you also buy M from Koi World? Was it
No.
also another iguana that they brought in? It's like, there's not another. It's not an iguana, guys.
They have
No.
some very, very bad quality control issues at Koi World.
No, we found her in a we found a guy who had a crocodile
Found
farm.
her in a sewer? Okay.
We found a guy who had a crocodile farm. No, this is not going to be one of those weird stories of like some about my brother being some shadowed elder person who finds this homeless female crocodilian and trains her to become some grand martial reptilian warrior person.
Oh, right, that's another story.
Right, so you found. Okay, so you went to an alligator farm or a crocodile farm.
No, they
Crocodile
found
farm.
a guy with an alligator farm. So
Crocodile
I
farm.
Was that where
assume-
Koi World was getting its supply of iguanas?
Nah, no. I'd assume that I think the iguanas were imported.
There's an underlying threat here of a large pandemic of people with quote unquote iguanas who happen to not be iguanas anymore.
Turns out the crocodile.
Ah, yes. Yes, overnight their diet changes from overnight. Right. When the signal has been lit, the diet mysteriously changes. No longer do they find themselves with an affinity for fruits and vegetables, but now they now desire red meat and fish.
Actually, I am curious about that. What do you feed crocs? I mean, it's not exactly, you do get like croc pellets, like, like the fish pellets,
meat,
like dog
meat,
food things?
Meat and fish. Particularly for them, we we feed them either cheap fish
Wait, fish butt?
cheap fish bought from the market,
Oh,
and
okay.
chicken necks, because chicken necks are cheap. Did your
Huh,
dog
chicken what?
chicken necks?
Oh,
Eggs
next
or
okay.
necks?
Next. With
Wait.
an N.
Is your dog barking because he wants a chicken neck?
Wait.
You know, it's weird,
If
right?
you-
Because like he said, wait, and here we are like being quiet and stuff, even though we have like 3 of us here that can potentially continue the conversation.
Yeah, if you have the movie Lawrence of Arabia would not be as critically acclaimed if it was named Larry of Arabia.
I would so watch that reboot, Larry for
Totally
Arabia.
watch that, dude.
I want to watch. I
It's
want to
not
watch
a
this
white
one. I
guy,
want to
it's
watch
just a
this one.
crocodile in Arabia on a horse.
Sorry, what popped into my head was like was that old Leisure Suit Larry game? Right, we'll just let Paulo laugh it out.
No, I'm done.
Alright.
Alright.
You sure? Alright. Alright, B movie.
Huh? What? B-movie?
B movie.
No, I was just thinking like Larry of Arabia, like that old video game. Like Leisure Suit Larry, and it was just a dude going from harem to harem.
Oh yeah,
But
that was
that
pretty
really
popular way
isn't
back
that funny.
in the days
I'm,
right
I'm
after.
thinking like Larry the Cable Guy. You know, just like somewhere in Arabia.
We all have a Larry story, I guess.
Actually,
Yeah.
I've seen Leisure Suit Larry all the time in the old when we actually got gaming magazines. I don't actually remember when the last gaming shack.
I
Is
keep
this game actually
seeing-
any good? Because based on the marketing, the brand thing, it felt like it was one of those games you see in Newgrounds before. Was it like that, or was it something else entirely?
The only thing I know is that they made a lot of those games.
Like, was it an
Yeah.
actual was it like an actual game that was kind of like meant for adults, or was it really just like mature humor? I've
Now that-
never actually played one.
Now that you think about it, I should probably check for a review of any of the Leisure Shoot Larry games, just to see what it's actually about. I just see them a lot in like the
Well, it's
catalogs
It's about a
of.
dude that's trying to go around and get some. Like that's literally it. It's a dude that's trying to go around and
So is it like a really
slay
expensive
that
dating
puss.
sim game?
I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know.
Ah, so is it Newground games before Newgrounds was a thing?
Yeah, I
Also,
guess.
I find it.
I actually
also,
do
find
remember
it
so
playing
many
that in
dating
college. Actually,
Huh. In college, I was playing Newgrounds. An obscene amount
Yeah.
of Newgrounds.
Newground still exists, right?
Yes, it does. And honestly, it has not changed much.
Didn't we go to the same college?
Yes,
I
we
don't
did.
remember you playing Newgrounds.
Because I'd be in the dorm playing. I would not be in public seeing me playing these things. I had like a reputation of being this dark, evil, mysterious, like badass or some sort for some reason. If people saw Newgrounds, that would go away.
No, he's harmless.
Gotta keep the appearances.
They're gonna see me watching, Ego Raptor and other things. Like, oh, this guy's just a geek. We can beat him up and take his money now. No. I so am dangerous. Please don't take my lunch money.
Right.
yeah.
That, and also remember back in the day there was no Wi-Fi. Like we'd literally steal Wi-Fi or borrow Wi-Fi from the local coffee shop across the school.
We didn't even have Wi-Fi then. We just plugged our computers into the local area network.
Yeah, these
At
guys
most.
just grabbed whatever was across us because we'd be across cafes, restaurants who had actual Wi-Fi and just never understood how to put password protection.
Or that thing where the internet cafe would actually have computers that are stronger than or more powerful than the computers you had at home is gone now.
Wait, which one?
Way back when we were
Was
in
that
college.
was
The
that the
computers-
data? This that data lane?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that place. Yeah,
Like the
I
early
only
days
went
of-
there once.
Their
Yeah, some-
computers were really good.
Yeah,
or maybe our
nowadays-
computers were just that bad.
We had very, very low standards.
Probably
We'd be like,
both.
yay, I can play Minesweeper. This is the best thing ever.
We love messing around with the
Starving college
minimum
kids.
requirements.
And that's why I liked Flash.
Yeah,
Flash kills your CPU though.
It
Right.
does, but on Newgrounds it did fairly well. I had all my Flash fun things, had my Flash games, which had, the amazing things of move right and left, jump, and every single Rock Guitar Hero Rock Band knockoff available.
Oh man, I remember those. Just load them on your browser, and you're good to go. Take your laptop anywhere.
I just remember some of those games were one of my cousins played it so much. I think he played it for 5 hours straight. Like, you know how it is when you stare at the computer screen for so long, the world gets like really wibbly wobbly.
I've never had that.
No.
Okay, that apparently happened to me. That happened to me. That happened to me also. I was playing a very similar game, but it was like a weird fighting game where you had to do like beats or something. Yeah, you just keep staring into these colors. After 5 hours, you start your table just starts melting.
Okay, that's a different kind of game that you're playing. On a different kind of level.
Sounds like a game with acid as part of its title.
Well, it was a Rock Band game.
So Rock Band Acid, okay.
But it was also like a really cool game. It had like the most strange. It had like strange name. It was like, I think, Guitar Hero Extreme Master Edition Champion XXX 360 No Scope. It was like an obscenely long name. It was an amazing game.
What the heck? It's one of those things.
It was an amazing game. I'm pretty sure it's still on the website. It was
says
fun.
360 no scope.
Oh god, it's funny. I mean, the time when I had absolutely no games because college was the first time I went into using a Mac computer. For my entire high school, elementary life, I was on PC. Then I went to college and my parents go, "Hey, we'll get you this Mac computer because it's something that'll be more work oriented." I remember the first 3 months I had it in Manila, I was just figuring out, how do I play games on you? And that's where I discovered...
The ironic gamer was born.
Yep.
Dun dun dun.
I game as hard as I can on the Mac, and it became an insult to people. I will beat you so hard, I'll beat you on my Mac computer. Which you see is inferior.
How's
because I am on this...
How is... What's it coming along? How is Minecraft Monday coming along? Like, with the new 1.9
Oh god,
update?
I have like a obscene amount of recordings. I just started... I'll just keep recording. I'll cut this up later. Right now, because I have a 5 terabyte external hard drive, I'm thinking, hey, okay, this should be enough. So I just start recording like non-stop. Now I end up with about a terabyte worth of video that I'm probably going to cut down to 128 MB. Because I will be out of the country for 40 days around May. May to June. I'll be out for 40 days. So I'm just getting enough recordings and just figuring out how to pace out each episode. So by the time I come back from my trip, I will be just on time to okay, this is where I left off.
Oh, I thought you were giving
because
up the Philippines for Lent.
No. But yeah, I discovered lots of new things there.
Yeah, it's like a battle update or something, right? Like you can do
the combat update
and stuff now.
Yeah, I loved it because it increased my survivability. Because anyone who's played with me knows I love competitive games. I am a pretty bit of a competitive gamer when it comes to things. But when it goes to Minecraft, I'm like, I want to build a house. And I utterly suck at combat in Minecraft. I do not like fighting. At best, I use a bow and arrow and take pop shots at you and run away. So the combat update made me survive far more because now I had a shield and now there's a cooldown time when people attacked you. So now I had a better chance to run away. Well, at the same time, it did not touch any of the redstone mechanics, so I can still make landmines, booby traps, and just fully automatic weapons. So essentially, oh dear god, they're trying to kill me, I better run to my machine gun placement and hope you go to that gigantic X on the floor so I can kill you. And not move for a while the machine boots up. But yeah, it is fun. Lots of interesting new mobs, new enchantments. The game feels a lot fresher again, though the dual wielding is very, very lackluster. Though amazingly, you can now be left-handed.
Yay!
Oh yeah, I never really thought of that.
Actually, it never bothered me. I've never realized that the game never had a left-handed option. Because obviously, I never really used the left-handed option. Norm, aren't you left-handed?
It has left-handed option?
I'm not left-handed. What made you...
No, I'm trying to remember. I remember someone in the group was left-handed or something.
Nobody in the
Joao.
group is...
Really?
Oh.
Joam.
Yeah, Joao.
Yeah, Joam's
Oh,
left-handed.
okay, yeah. Because I remember like someone was left-handed. I just could not recall who. Because I just remember what one of the group, it's like someone had it on their left hand. But yeah, it's never this.
Yeah.
Never thought that was a thing. Where left-handed is something probably people would like to be. Because I remember the same time when I tried playing my friend's game, he'd make everything left-handed because he was left-handed. It felt so weird to play. It's just because you see the hand on the other side just bothers you for some reason. And I figure, oh gosh, this must be what people who are left-handed were feeling when they were playing Minecraft. And even mobs can be left-handed, which I found also interesting. They'd be like 5% or 10% of mobs are left-handed. I just know they tried the maths of real life, like a percentage of how many things would be left-handed.
Yeah, it's about 10% of the population. About 10% of the population is left-handed. So if you look at the group, about 10 of us in the Barkada, right? And one of them is left-handed, Joam.
Also, for some
You're a
reason, every
microcosm of
left-handed
society.
person I met was into arts. Or at least very
Yeah, that's the
creative
thing.
things. I have no idea if that's a left-handed thing at all, but I have never met a non-creative left-handed person. Have you?
Okay. I'm trying to think.
I do not
I don't really
recall
know too
any.
many people that are left-handed.
Like, the only person I know who's not creative is ambidextrous.
Hey.
Left-handed people. But then, like, at least with me, the sample size is limited because I tend to hang out with artsy people. So, like, I don't really hang out with too many math nerds and stuff.
Nerds.
So I really wouldn't know.
Yes, what people don't realize in college, we were with the geeks, not the nerds at all.
Yeah,
Because
but people
our grades
still think
were
we
not the
have.
best.
They still think we had all the answers to every test.
Yeah, that was not the case at all. Unless it was math. I was actually good in math. Everything else was kind of like, I was very above
Math nerd.
average. But that was it. Oh no, I'm not a math nerd. I just really like math. Numbers are nice. Numbers make logical sense. Then you go
Numbers
to
are
calculus.
consistent. They don't require reinterpretation like art does.
Unless you go to calculus and you go to extremes, or you go to logarithms and all these other stuff, then suddenly math lies to you. Where the answer is not 3, but a range of 3 to 8.
I'm not really that great at math.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Really?
I'm good at accounting.
How's that different? It's
There's
the numbers.
there's a clear line in between those two. I think in my
What?
mind.
Is it the period that says this is dollars and this is cents?
Yes.
Is it? So it's money.
It's so weird. It was so weird. I was given a test at one point in my life, late in high school. It was the same problem required the same sort of solution that we were tackling at the time, except one was a money problem and one wasn't. And I could not understand the non-money problem. Like, I could not put 2 and 2 together and put the solution in. But put the dollar sign or the peso sign in front of it, and hey, it makes sense.
It's suddenly be
Yeah.
I see the world so differently now.
This is what you
Well,
do.
there is that argument though that when it comes to the way we teach math or the way we learn math, like the entire educational system has it wrong. Like,
Really?
of what use is calculus in day-to-day life unless you become like a physicist and you need to be able to derive acceleration from velocity or something.
Really? I use calculus
I
to
know that
establish
if you have-
chance of probability.
Are you referring to
How do you
the
use
abstract
calculus to
nature
establish
of math?
probability?
Because
do
the
you
concept
use-
of range. I don't use
No,
like the
how do
formulas,
you-
but I use the concept of understanding that there is no set, there's no set answer. I just accept that, calculus showed me that in math there can be a possibility of range and extremes and limits.
All right.
But
then
actually,
try-
using the formula, did not use a single form of calculus to do anything in my life. Just the
Yeah,
concept
exactly,
of,
because, like-
in math, there is a range, not the answer is 3 or a decimal or a precise number. It's a possibility of going further. That made me realize, okay, there are things that can go
Yeah, but
beyond
then-
that in terms of thinking.
But then that isn't calculus, right? Because
No,
calculus
not at all.
is the mathematics
Just
of motion,
the lessons I learned from it.
right? Like there's no way that you're unless you're into like physics and stuff. Like calculus really doesn't have any bearing on your day-to-day life. But if schools were say to teach probability theory, if schools were to teach more statistics and
Like doing your taxes,
more
that'd be
accounting. Yeah, because like a lot of what we do involves statistics.
Money?
A lot of what we do involves percentages, that kind of thing.
Yeah, actually,
lot of what we
statistics I
do
find the
involves,
most useful.
I hate stat.
Right?
Alright, riddle me this. Trigonometry and geometry.
I
I
can
still
make shapes.
see no day-to-day use for those two classes. I'm sorry, teachers, professors who have tried to hammer it down to me and
Honestly,
and
I
I
mean, I
barely passed the
enjoyed
class.
those classes a lot. The only thing I hated was proving.
yes. Oh god, proving.
Why is this square a square?
Because it makes sense.
Because it has 4 sides that are all equal? Tell me more. I don't want to.
I don't
Why
want
is
to run you
this?
through
Why
the
is this one
logic.
obtuse? Why is this one acute?
What
I
is
don't
the
know.
logic of this math?
Because numbers say so.
Why is 1 + 1 = 2? Because it says so.
Oh,
Although
that's
I-
the
I
only
do
thing I think I
appreciate-
ever hated. Really, proving?
Well,
Why?
Yeah, it
No,
makes
no,
sense.
not,
Joao.
not proving. I was just I was gonna say that there was
Trig in
something. No, let's not. Let's. Yeah, I was gonna move away. Yeah, trigonometry was kind of weird actually, because of like, yeah.
Though lately I think I
Triangles.
just established my... I think I just got like extra or like an extra 2,000 points in my geek card because you guys saw that that's actually something got a bit of rounds on the Facebook walls, which was the lightsaber group doing the whole Earth Hour. We'll have lightsabers out in Makati.
Yeah, the
something that's like,
lightsaber
no.
group in Manila seems to be getting more
PLG.
popular.
Yeah, PLG, the Philippine Lightsaber Guild.
Yeah.
We also have a Cebu branch of the PLG. And the
How
reason
is
why I'm
it?
saying like my geek card probably got higher was I'm one of the teachers for the local lightsaber guild. There's 2 of us right now who are teaching.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like me and my friend Sean. Essentially, Sean was from the Star Wars Club. He plays Chewbacca and a Jedi, and I play a Stormtrooper in the 501st. And that's pretty much what I'm doing right now.
Is he playing Chewbacca as a Jedi or 2 separate
No.
things?
2 separate things. Though Chewbacca Jedi sounds really, really interesting right now. Just teaching.
Are there any Jedi Wookiees? Wookiee
There are
Jedi?
Jedi
Are there any
Wookiees?
Wookiee Jedi?
There were
Not sure.
in the old extended
expanded
universe.
there was.
We need AG for this.
There
No,
were
there
in the
was an expanded universe.
there were in the old extended universe, but I recall George Lucas saying that after I think it was Chewie's nephew, he didn't want any more Wookiee Jedi.
Yeah, okay. There are 2 Jedi
That's
Wookiees based
speciesist.
off the expanded universe. One is
No, that
Lobaka, who is related to Chewbacca, and there's T-Voka, who looks like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, except with a lightsaber.
So barely like Wookiee.
Oh, and there's Gungi, Gunji, Gungar, Gunjai.
Ganja.
I really don't know how to pronounce Wookiee names. I do not hang out with the rebels enough to know how their people talk. But yeah, I mean, we are now teaching, and Sean is interesting. Sean studied lots of the Star Wars lore to how the lightsaber is used. So lots of his techniques are very showy. They look really beautiful. The choreography is nice, and they show, okay, this is how the Jedi use the lightsaber. And me, I come from a more traditional sense of I was trained how to use claymores, long swords, Japanese swords. So we have this set thing where, okay guys, when I'm in class, I will teach you how to use the Jedi how to use the lightsaber to make the Jedi die. He will show you how to be bling bling in the rave party. It's fun. So far we had like
it's like the seventh
we had
form,
like
right?
our first class. Yeah, what?
That's the seventh form or something. Like, which
Yeah,
is
the 7 forms.
The 7th form, or which is the one that's most based on kendo, the one that Darth Vader used.
Yeah, that's is that form 7?
Wasn't that
Not
Form
sure.
5?
No,
Wasn't that Form
AG.
5?
yeah, no, form
Texting
yeah,
AG.
it's form 5 because form 7 is Galen Marek, who is otherwise known as Star Killer, who is which is a style I do teach. I do teach Vaders and Mareks just because they're more effective in how to actually use the saber as a weapon.
God forbid anybody have to teach Obi-Wan style.
This
Form
is
3.
how you get stabbed.
It's very fluid.
It's interesting, but it's not very practical as a fighting style. But I mean, it's fun. We have a pretty decent sized group in Cebu. We have about, I think, 14 members right now, and hopefully it'll be growing bigger and bigger. But yeah, besides doing all the weird Minecraft podcasts and things, I apparently now am teaching, and I like to relate myself more to be Sith than Jedi, just because my style is considered aggressive and a little too passionate.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm making
really
I'm making a Star Killer style uniform.
All right.
Unfortunately, I am 2 inches too short to be approved as Star Killer, but I still like how he looks.
If it's just 2 inches, you could just pump the
Wear
heels.
heels.
That's not allowed for approval.
They don't have
Wear
to
it
know.
anyway.
Do you realize like someone physically comes over to check, right?
You could have one of those surgeries for your legs.
I will be the Star Killer.
Really?
You will inject me with that Cherifer.
We're gonna go there already?
I'm gonna be like Paulo. I'm gonna be like, popping Cherifer like Tic Tacs. Does this still work?
Well, we did start with nuclear pandas, so I don't think there's a lot we're not allowed to cover.
Okay.
But so far it is fun. And it's easy. The lightsaber group, we have like people who are about, the youngest person we have is 18, and the oldest member we have is about, I think, in their 40s.
18?
It's pretty interesting. But the funny part is lots of them there. They of course are Star Wars fans, and more than half of them have never ever used a sword style weapon at all. I think the most common thing they have is either Aikido or, of course, Arnis. And you quickly find out that using Arnis style things with a standard size lightsaber is not the smartest thing in the world.
No. That's never gonna
The
work.
twirls and things look
right?
cool, but you do not get reaches. Huh?
Yeah, and like when I learned Arnis, my understanding of Arnis was always that the stick is not essential. Like, you don't really use it. The reason you train with a stick is so that when you see something you can pick it up and use it. But for the most part, you're supposed to be using the same movements even without a stick. But then when it comes to actually using swords, the form is inseparable from the weapon, if I'm correct.
Yeah. And also the way you move in Arnis, you have such a short reach. But the thing I learned about, like, when I was actually using the lightsaber was I realized it is an omnidirectional blade. You can cut in literally any direction, technically. So actually using Arnis is insane because every single blow is lethal, no matter where the strike is coming from.
Ergo wushu.
But the funny part about it was when you're using it was because of how Arnis is designed, it's so close to your body, and there's some techniques where you do touch the blade.
Yeah. Because the bolos were only one-sided blades.
Yep, and the side of the blade was also flat.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, I see that in majority of the PLG members, at least I've met so far, all have 26-inch blades. More, like, closer. Essentially, these are called the Yoda sabers.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're so short. And it's funny because the hilts are so long. But they get this a lot just because it's like an Arnis stick. Then you have my friend who plays Kylo Ren, who has a Claymore-style sword, which has about 42 or more inches on the blade, against something that's 26 inches.
Yeah.
I can't really visualize that for some reason.
It is funny because, like, when I was teaching, I had people using a long sword, a short sword, a standard saber, and the short sabers. So I was just teaching a basic 3-strike combo, but when I go to the person with the short sword, I teach them a different combo because you can't do that on the short sword. But yeah, it's fun. But and I guess because we did it in public place, we do it around Ayala at night. So you have all these people, of course, watching. It's amusing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that is really cool.
geeky.
Dude, when's the next time? When is the next time you're going to be like having?
Take a video.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'd love to take a video.
Let's take a video of it and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's Sean who's teaching next class because we're just giving the students a taste of this is how a lightsaber is used as a weapon. Next one, this is how the lightsaber is used in the movies.
Yeah, dude, just send a message on Telegram and stuff like when the next one is, and we'll cover it. That way we can put it up on our YouTube page.
On YouTube, please.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
That was supposed to be a transition to like the we have a
YouTube page.
Oh yeah, YouTube page.
And a Patreon and
Yes, help us
Google
fund
Plus
our
page.
projects with Patreon money.
and channel14.com and stuff.
Oh yeah. Wait, where's Paulo?
Yeah.
I'm just here.